Hey. Oh, let's give her. A little bit late today because, well, reasons and etc. So we got a new Hunter Maple Leaf. He is officially good to go. Like there's some things. Well, let's try generate controls. Cool, that actually works out pretty well. All right. Oh well. Oh well, you know, my name's Hunter Maple Leaf, and I've got a drinking problem. Gulp. And my eyes barely work. Well, I'm feeling kind of stiff right now. I need some more. Gulp. Oh no, I can't stop. Okay, well there I stopped, but hey everybody, how's it going? And we're gonna win this. Yeah, I'm Hunter Maple Leaf and you are watching me. That's right, F you. You jerks. Well, not really, because, well, thanks for watching and all that kind of stuff, I guess. I don't know. Okay, well, that's enough maple syrup for now. I'm just kidding, I can't get in. Okay, well, I'll see you later, and you know, that kind of stuff. Alright, Hunter. Yeah, Hunter's looking, he's looking way better. He's got a new mouth. He's got everything you could really want in a new Hunter Maple Leaf. The art is a lot better. His hands, and he does need some positions, like a wave. I should be able to just push a button and he'll maybe wave or something. You down there. So you know, there's some things that could be updated, but overall, like I'm very pleased with it and how it turned out. He can't walk, so that was a bit of an issue. If I'm gonna make walking in, he doesn't need to walk in Character Animator, but I'll make him walk in After Effects, like when I'm actually animating cartoons. So there's gonna be some dynamic to it. I couldn't get the walking behavior to work properly in Character Animator like this. Hey Melissa, hey Chuck, how's it going? Welcome to your Monday night dose of the jar. And yeah, we're gonna pick up on Leslie Moore and just keep going, just keep recreating these characters. So yeah, that's that, and looking forward to some City Skylines 2 that comes out tomorrow. So making videos, doing things, you know the drill. Jar.Place.
Like and subscribe.
Alright. So I guess the next thing, some kind of gross YouTube videos. Yeah, this is a video I'm gonna work through, but rigging characters in After Effects is a lot more dynamic. It's just a lot more dynamic for animations, but it's a lot more complicated, and it's not as like ready to go immediately kind of thing. Whereas Character Animator is great for live stream performances. And in fact, when I deactivate my webcam here and reactivate my webcam here, he's actually pretty dynamic. Oh well, my head kind of hurts. Oh jeez, my head kind of hurts. Oh jeez, I can't stop. Somebody. Oh, I feel pretty good right now. I think I just need another sip of that. Okay, well, what you think I've got a problem? You think I've got a maple syrup addiction? Well, this is what I gotta say to you. Go right straight to the place where you came from there, bud, okay? Jeez. I can't believe some people, you know, 1 minute you're drinking maple syrup with them, and the next minute they call the cops on you because you broke into their shed and took a dump. Okay, well, I'll see you later, I guess. So, I know what Hunter Maple Leaf did this weekend. What's up, Valve? How you doing? Knocked their wall down. Oh man, yeah, I'm loving the new Hunter Maple Leaf. He's awesome. We got a viewer on Twitch, so welcome to the show. You know, this is Jar Media, where we do Jar stuff. I mean, cartoon stuff, and growing as creators here. Gonna have some. Stay tuned for a gaming channel, because I'm gonna be releasing at least one gaming video a week of about 15 minutes. So probably gonna do more depending on inspiration. But yeah, that's gonna be. I'm excited for that. Let's see. Yeah, the teeth. Even during the switch of the mouth, the upper teeth stay the same, which is. That's really what sells the illusion of a great mouth. So that's pretty cool. Look at my big buck teeth stay exactly in the same position. So, anyways, yeah. So tonight we're gonna work on Leslie Moore. So I'm gonna pull him up right away, and we'll see what we have to work with. Oh no, my head kind of hurts. Oh man, it's fun. I'm so glad that, so glad to be back. Riffin. Oh, you know what? I have some folder in here. First time chatter, my guy over here, Valve ZBTW. Is that like a Valve gaming thing? Because Half-Life is my favorite game. It is true. Half-Life is my favorite game. Ninja shareables. Don't need that anymore, actually. Go here to Leslie Moore and open up Illustrator. Let's get to Leslie Moore. So this should be really interesting too. It should be one of the ones that's kind of easy, but not a little bit more complicated. Could not find snow. Just ignore that. Ignore. Apply to all. Ignore. And that should be totally fine. Oh man, it's been a while.
Well, hey there, my name is Leslie Moore, and today I've got several products here that, they're not really for you, actually. You're too poor to afford these products. That's right. Calling it like it is over here.
Okay, so I think essentially what we want to do, we can strip away some of the elements. We can take the rock out. And really what we're going to do is almost recreate it. We're going to recreate him in a more cohesive art style. It shouldn't actually be that hard, but really what I want to do is have him be a very dynamic puppet. So he should absolutely be able to walk normally in character animator. So first of all, let's save a copy of this. Last bit of my morning coffee, which is unusual for me. Yeah, guys, thanks for joining. Thanks for stopping in. Always makes my day. It's my favorite time of the day, that's for sure. And I don't know, wasn't feeling great today, so mostly just, I don't know, my stomach. And then I get this sometimes, my stomach is kind of, and then my head is kind of like, got a bit of a headache. And I don't know, I think it's just from stomach problems, so it is what it is. Whoa, what's going on here, man? So, yeah. I don't even know if this is actually a word, but I'm gonna see if I actually type some Spanish properly. Oh yeah, actually. Triatomy. What is triatomy? Okay. Oh, okay, so I had it correct. I just spelled it wrong. Trirarme, but it's triarme. What is triarme? You'll get that message eventually. You know that your health problem isn't the jab. Yeah, well, that's for sure. No, it's, sometimes I think it's just salty food, and then I don't get enough water and, like, fiber, and just get, enough about me and my crap, literally. I mean, anyways, so, new characters. Leslie Maple Leaf? No, Moore. Leslie Moore. Leslie Old. Okay, and then we will close out without saving. Alright. Okay.
Well, hey there, did you guys get the vaccine? Because if you did, that's probably why you're feeling kind of crappy. That's probably why your heart stopped. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
No, I think I can fix the lighting a bit to make it a little bit more yellow, which should fix. No? Yeah, really. Good. I don't know. It's irrelevant if my head kind of like goes invisible a little bit. Whatever. Who needs a visible head? Come on now. Might back up a little bit. That might be better. Cool. Anyways, welcome to the show. Wait, I already said that. How's my sound, anyways? It seems like it is working. Everything's working, right? Yeah. Yeah. In fact, it's working so good. Should we switch the Telsa logo to the MJ logo? Yeah. Just slap a jar on there.
Like and subscribe.
So, oh look, there we go. There we go. I'm using my psychic powers to make my forehead invisible. Anyways, one day I'll get a better green screen. That day is not today. But, yeah, just put a sticker of the MJ over it. Like, I think the jar logo, like, the jar man made me do it or whatever. Like, I think that we'd have to do an actual jar. I like my MJ logo. Like, it's cool, but it's very much my own more professional logo. So I guess there's that. Okay. Where are we? So, jump into... It would probably be... Yeah. We're gonna have to figure out, like, what they do before... before they land. I need to write... Near the end of... I guess probably near the end of November. Well... I'd like to write a new Hunter skit where he's on the spaceship and just, I don't know, does something, breaks something, trying to get syrup, something like that. I'd like to do that, ignore all. I'd like to do that at some point in the next week or so. I've got a tall order of stuff to do. Old products. I've got an entire folder here of old products. So that's kind of cool. Jar coin. Too much Tushy is missing. The Telsa banana mystery juice. The flat earth snow globe. We just got all these. The Bad Day brand bidet. Then the original simulated chicken nuggets. 420 grams, of course. And the crickets. Eat the Bugs brand simulated chicken nuggets. So we're just gonna dump the old products. We can always come back and get them. We have copies of them. But this right now is okay. We're gonna dump the trench coat too, just to simplify things here. And really, what we're gonna do is we're gonna redraw. We're basically gonna redraw everything. The torso. He's got a trench coat. Did I draw this? Where did I get this trench coat from? I don't know, but we can always redraw it. We've got the old file. We'll continue to have the old file. So we have an apron. So yeah, everything here is gonna be essentially anew. Maybe he'll, for good measure, he'll still have the same old, like this microphone thing. But we want to have a new face. I want him to have his own mouth as well. So yeah, this should be interesting. Hopefully we can get most of the forward-facing artwork done tonight, and then he's gonna have. I'd love if he had like a quarter view, which can almost be mirrored, and then a side view as well, which can almost be mirrored as well. So, and then for, I don't know, let me check. Like, how does this, let's go to the Ninja. I did a lot of research on this, but it's still complicated. It's like, wait, what? So we'll bring the Ninja in, we'll take another look at things here. Oh, look at me. Oh, I'm glitching out. She brought me a tea. And that's because the green from... the green from... Anyways. So... first things first, I think we just take this and lock the layer. Oh, first we make it using it as a guide, we're locking it and we're creating a new layer. We're calling this Leslie Moore.
Well, because less is more, of course.
So I think for this Ninja as well, let me take a look here. Deactivate, and there's nothing to see with Hunter's side view. Right, exactly. Yeah, so when I turn slightly to the side, I can do quarter views for this, but can you do quarter views for walking? And if so, why would you? I actually made a quarter view of, right, so there's a right quarter, there is a right quarter of his body. How did I make, oh, I just used the keys, right? Right, so like you can have quarter views, but is that even necessary? Like definitely with his head. Oh. Like this can be so dynamic, but it's like there's some glitching out here, right? So it's like there's a certain amount of dynamism, but there's also limitations. But that being said, do we want a quarter view of his body? I don't think so. I mean, it would future-proof us for more stuff later, and we're probably going to end up having more views of Hunter as well, like quarter views, where I guess you can't see, but like quarter views, like he's face forward, but then there's like the quarter view, and then there's the side view, right? Like the front face, quarter view, and the side view. So with Hunter, there is nothing with the side view. Like it's just a line, so whatever. But a quarter view might be good. And that's pretty easy to make though, because you just literally you just kind of turn him, you kind of rotate him a little bit and then skew him or something. So there's no real drawing, like more drawing to do. But with Leslie, he's a human, so there is more drawing to do. If you turn his face sideways, turn his body sideways, you kind of have to redraw it. So anyways, enough talking, let's get at it. It's not really that complicated, it's just like tracing my guy. That could be his superpower. In fact, I don't even think I really need to like redraw these shapes because I already have them. Right? Like if I just take this, why am I redrawing the exact same shape? You know? It's like, what? Well, I guess because of the shadows, it's kind of an implied shape, so whatever. We'll just redraw it. Because you like to make work for yourself. Exactly. Exactly. How'd you know, Chuck? How did you know? Who told you? I mean, we are getting a new Leslie Moore here, okay? Calm yourself down. Like I definitely don't need to redo this because I can. He's got a chiseled jaw, my guy over here. He's getting a new face. Yeah, so like this hair, I definitely do not need to redo that, right? We'll just take that, drag it up. What path is this? Make this and plus head. Actually, I don't know if his head's going to be a plus, but we'll figure that out later. Drag that in there. Make a new subfolder called head base. Hair may or may not end up higher later, but for the most part, like that's basically it, right? Wow, he's tan. I didn't know he was so tanned. Is that really him? He is tanned. He is a tan man. I guess the black outline is even black. Wait. It's black, right? Wow, I'm losing my mind here. Like that's definitely a different black than this. Oh, it's I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anymore, guys. No, okay, that's black now. I don't know what was anyways. So I think we do fill it with the same color. And then I can just take this and make it a little bit lighter.
He's been in New York for about 3 years now, and life is a little bit less toasty, if you know what I'm saying.
I don't know what I'm saying. So from there, like, I do want him to have a nose that's like this. That's that's a line. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I want him to have a nose that's a black line now. But then the rest of it can basically just be copied. The rest of these, like, we've got all of these facial wrinkles. Wow. There's Leslie when he's younger. There's Leslie when he's older. Okay. So, like, his facial wrinkles. We don't need this. We're going to have that. And we're going to have all of the rest of them. We don't want his chin shadow anymore. But the rest of this is just fine. Like, this can just go right into there. There we go. And then his microphone as well. Now, of course, we are going to, at the same time, bring these a little bit lighter. Oh, the one I want to delete is this one. Although this could just go... Is there multiple? Yeah, there's multiple. The thing is, like, the artwork's not bad as it is. And we want to spend most of our time creating those other faces, those other views. That's good with me. I mean, I think if we took this, add a point here, give him a little bit of that kind of feel. I don't know, maybe that's too much. Maybe it's the opposite. Maybe it's here. Whatever. I think he's fine just like that. So, take these. Wait a second. What part of here is not filled with the same color? It's kind of lame. Okay, we made our guy a little bit weirder. Why is... I think it just looks weirder. It actually isn't any weirder. It's just like these. Anyways, who's Electric 4 Guitar? And hey, hope you're doing well too. It's good to see you here. I'm like, wait, who goes there? Yeah, so our face base is done. Alright, don't really use Instagram anymore, but Discord or maybe Facebook Messenger if you're on there. I don't know. Yeah, I can check my Instagram though. So then the mouth, so the eyes now, I don't think I really need to change. And the mouths, left eyebrow can be up there as well, right eyebrow can be up there. So there we go, that's cool, save us a lot of work. We have our Leslie Moore. Had to get that out. But with the mouth, if we just slap that on there, like, the mouth isn't terrible, but it's just the default mouth, right? Like, man. Making a mouth is not easy, but it adds a lot to it. All right, we gotta consider what we're gonna do here. What do you think, Chuck? Do we custom make a mouth or do we not? We're going to essentially custom make the hands, which exist, but it's like, I mean, that looks like Hunter's mouth. Right, well, and like the mouth that we did for Hunter is pretty epic, actually. And it wasn't that much work. So it's just like, what kind of a mouth would let's see if AI has anything to say about it. Let's say cartoon character from New Jersey, cartoon salesman from New Jersey, mouth open. Mouth of a cartoon salesman from New Jersey. Let's just try it. Let's just see. It's probably gonna be garbage, but Let's just see if we can get some inspiration from the neural networks. Yeah, like how closely does that resemble our guy? But yeah, he's got like a bit of a horse mouth going on. I definitely think like the big lip kind of big mouth vibe with like big teeth like this. Let's see what else would cartoon big mouth. Like, what is it about this that kind of works? Let's generate it again and see if we can get more inspiration from the neural networks of the internets. Yeah, that's definitely. Yeah. It's funny. Scary how close these are. Like, this is a good result. I would use this, like, yeah, the match, yeah, result probably yes, and yeah, let's go with unique color combinations for sure. And maybe that will help improve it, but let's try another generation because the rest are kind of like more of the characters and less of the mouth. Yeah, like this is kind of, again, giving us more. They're like the big lips, the big teeth with bottom teeth, and the loud looking like vibe. I mean, we couldn't. let's just slap this right on there. Like that's a little bit exaggerated, but let's just see if I can draw one mouth here and see what I come up with. Type in loud salesman mouth. That's a good, okay. Loudmouth salesman. One or more words in your prompt violated. Come on. Let's just put a space in loudmouth then. Come on, loudmouth salesman. It's like well, maybe it's salesman. Maybe it's triggered by salesman.
Like, you can't sell products. That's capitalism.
No, loudmouth. Yeah, that was the prompt. Oh, I put salesman. Why did it give me 2? Come on. So again, like this is kind of what we're looking for. This is interesting because it's like 2 mouths of one. That's kind of creepy. Salesman, loud, big loud mouth sale of a salesman from New Jersey.
From New Jersey. Yeah, well, my name's Leslie Moore, and I'm coming to you here from my studio in New York, and my mouth is considerably larger than it was last year. I had a surgery done on it, and well, that's just kind of creepy. Look at that. That's wow. Okay, well, you are definitely a reptilian, and yeah, big. There we go. Okay. I believe our best result was still probably this one over here. So let's go ahead and draw this and see what we can come up with. All right. Yeah, why is this black over here not actually black? That's a little bit weird.
So something maybe with this kind of style. I guess the risk is making it look too girly with this like it's kind of gotta have that like kind of like I do where like my mouth goes to the side of it, kind of like this guy like
Well,
he's kind of got like a horse mouth going on, and if I can model that in some way, I think that would be very effective. Maybe I could do like individual teeth for him. I feel like that could get kind of tricky, but what if we were just to kind of do something? He's got to have kind of crooked teeth a little bit, right? Like he's let's make his 2 front teeth first. It'd be kind of here and probably bigger, because bigger front teeth is just hilarious. Oh, this song. Oh, yeah. We don't want him to be just like Hunter, right? Like, he's got to have some difference. They're kind of like where this is going, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he's even got a gap in his front teeth? Nah. And then the teeth, once the teeth are done, like, they don't have to be redone at all. But maybe the teeth are too big at the front. I feel like Hunter's just about to crash into something right now. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna eat a pancake or something. So while we do that, I'm gonna turn off my camera and jump onto this.
Against mine down here in the bottom right corner, that might be why. And if there are any frequently asked questions or issues that come up, things that change that I think I should address, I'll put it in a pinned comment down below, maybe also in the description. Check both places. But if you have a question, there's a good chance somebody has already asked it, so make sure that you check for a pinned comment or the description first. Now again, if you're brand new to this, I would suggest that you go to the settings, which is in the bottom left corner, go to edit settings.
I have no idea what this
and
is.
change the UI mode to rookie. If you click on the little hamburger menu, you can see there's rookie, standard, and expert. If you change it to rookie and click apply, this is going to give you text labels on a lot of the buttons where they wouldn't be otherwise. Once you're used to the controls and you understand what the icons mean, then you won't have to rely on these labels and you save a little bit more space. But as a beginner, I would encourage you to change that UI to rookie. I'm gonna go ahead and dock that in this section of my workspace right down here in the bottom quadrant so that it stacks with these other two, and I have plenty of room to see everything within Duik. I'm gonna go ahead and save my project, and I'm just gonna work off of the desktop. And I want to point out that my composition defaulted to whatever I had it set up last. So if I go to my composition settings, you'll notice that I'm working at 24 frames per second. You don't have to work at 24 frames per second.
Delicious.
Change that to whatever you want. But I would suggest that you change the duration to something long, like at least 30 seconds, if not a minute, because you might not know how long the character's animation actually needs to be. It's very unlikely it'll ever need to be 1 minute, but that's kind of just what I default to, so that I have plenty of room to work with and I don't have to extend any layers later on in the process. So this is Duik, and there are so many things that this tool can do other than just rigging your characters. There are features of this script that I haven't ever used, let alone even learned about, so don't be overwhelmed with how much is actually crammed in here. I'm gonna walk you through exactly what you need to do to get up and running and rigging your first character. The first step of the process is to actually create a skeleton for your character, sized to the design that you created, so that you can attach all the artwork to it. And Duik is then going to rig up that skeleton, which is now acting as a parent system basically for your artwork that you can then move around like a puppet. And you can do some really complicated rigging using Duik. You can involve the puppet tool to do much more organic distortions. We're not going to get into any of that. It's going to be a very simple, rigid character rig, but it is kind of a long process that you need to follow certain steps in order to get where you want to be at the end. So I'm going to walk you through my process and what I think is one of the most efficient ways to get from artwork to a rigged character that you can animate with. One of the biggest new features in Duik Angela is the introduction of open cutout format meta rigs. Open cutout is a new format created by the developers of Duik that allows you to basically make presets of skeletons for any creatures that you want, compatible with Duik's auto rigging system. So if I click on this button, you'll see that there's lots of different types of creatures in here that we can choose from. So I could go into the bird section and we have a chicken and a rooster. If I go back out, there's a fish, or let's go into the last one. There's a pig character right here. So I'm gonna give it a name. We'll just call this pig Chuck, and then double click on this. And Duik is gonna create all of the bones necessary to make up the skeleton for a pig character. And I can actually make this a little more apparent what's going on if I switch over to the bones tab, select those bones and go into the settings and enable the envelope. This is going to show you basically a reference of where all of those perfectly circular overlaps are and how the artwork that you designed to fit this skeleton might work. It serves as a really great reference for designing characters, but it's completely customizable. All of these bones are in a parent chain, so you can adjust where they are. Let's say you weren't designing a pig though. Let's get rid of that comp. I'll go back into the open cutout tab, jump back out into the hominoid structure. This is what a human is, and we have advanced and simple. I'm just gonna go with simple. Again, double click on it to build all the bones for that skeleton. And once again, if I enable that envelope, select my bones, go to the bone settings, enable the envelope and apply, this is a really useful tool for being able to create your designs on top of, because you can adjust the proportions of your character and everything in between will update. I could grab this arm, go to the bone envelope effect and change the size. So you could start your character design work inside of After Effects, playing around with the structure and getting it the way that you think you want your character to be designed. Take a screenshot of this, bring it into Illustrator or Photoshop, and design your artwork directly on top of that skeleton. In the future, the developers of Duik want to make this open cutout format available in other software to make this process even simpler, but for now, even just taking a screenshot is such a help in designing your character to fit a Duik meta rig. And the other amazing thing about this is that you can save custom meta rigs, reuse them, share them, so this entire list can grow as you create more characters and as the Duik community contributes to making this a larger library. Now, like I said, I'm not going to be using the open cutout format for this particular character, and it'll make sense why in just a minute. But I'm just going to go ahead and delete that comp and go into the second tab.
Amazing. This tool is truly amazing.
And if you've used Duik
and it's free
before, you might be a little bit confused because the terminology has changed.
For whatever reason, they made their like tools icon the hammer and sickle, which I was like, wait, are they communists?
Structures.
Friggin' artsy fartsy communists. Anyways, okay, enough of that. Let's get back to designing our mouth here. I think this is like overall, this is just gonna be way more fun. Yeah, it's a lot more work, but and in fact, I think I should just take these teeth, all of them, and move them up to like here. Maybe about here is good. And move these up. He can have one that's a little bit more like he's obviously got crooked teeth. He is crooked. Like well, I mean, that might be kind of a harsh judgment on our guy, Leslie Moore, because like maybe these teeth look way too scary now that I'm like moving them up. I'm like, wait a second. Well, better to have more teeth than necessary right now. And then I can always take all of them again and move them up to just about here. This is gonna be great, I'm sure. This is gonna be awesome. Wait, what did I do? What did I do? Oh.
Like and subscribe.
Oops. Okay, so And then we essentially want to just take some of these and turn them around, or even just flip them. And reorganize these to be take these and flip them or rotate them. So again, with the bottom teeth, he's not going to have as much bottom teeth showing. We just flip these, size them down, bring them in, change the rotation a little bit. Maybe change their shape just a bit. This is muy delicioso. I think this could essentially function as the bottom teeth. Oh, more food. Wow, am I ever spoiled? Better eat this. And sorry guys, I don't think I'm ever gonna finish eating because I have the best wifey in the world. So I'm gonna turn my webcam off and jump back into this.
So what's the name of these layers that make up a skeleton? They're now renamed bones because that just makes a little more sense. It's the bones, the literal bones that make up the skeleton of your rig. And bones in Do It Vassal are now called pins because once again, it just makes more sense. Bones in Vassal really served as pins, so that's why they've been renamed as pins in Do It Angela. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start creating bones for my Reese character. So I'm gonna close out of my bones settings, and again, I have this list of all different types of creatures. I'm working with a hominoid character, so that's where I'm going to be working. Now, first things first, I'm gonna give my character a name, because this will help with labeling. So I'm gonna say Reese as the character, and then just click off for a second. Before I get into any bone creation, I want to first prepare my artwork in the comp. In fact, I want to make a duplicate of this comp so that I can always get back to this in case I ever need to. So I'm just going to rename this one with a 1 at the beginning and say Reese Artwork. And then I'll duplicate it and rename this one to Reese Bones. And I'll make sure that I double click that comp so I'm working on it and start making some bone structures. Now you could use that meta rig and put all of your bones in at once and then line up everything to its corresponding part of the character, which is how I used to work with Do It Vassal, but with Do It Angela, I think there's a much faster way. So again, I'm gonna stay in the bone section and I'm going to first just choose, let's say the character's right arm and turn on my guides layer. That way I can see exactly where all of these joints are. What I want to do is move the anchor point for each one of these layers to their corresponding joints. So for the arm layer, I'll zoom in nice and close. Switch to my anchor point tool with Y on the keyboard, and then click and drag that up to this circle. Now, as I'm dragging this around, the resolution dropped a lot. That's because of the adaptive resolution of After Effects. If I make my workspace a little bit bigger, and I click right here, you'll see adaptive resolution is enabled. I'm gonna turn that off. This may decrease performance, but I think it makes it easier to see what I'm doing, so I'm just gonna leave it off. And then I can click and drag this around to move it right in the middle of the circle. Now, if I wanna be super precise, and really with rigging, you should be precise, I'm actually going to right click on the guides layer, go to create, and say shapes from vector layer, so that this is now an actual shape layer that gives me access to the paths of each one of these circles. Because I have access to those vector shapes, I can actually snap to that artwork. So again, I'm gonna go back to this arm, I'm going to press Y to get my anchor point tool, click and drag the anchor point while holding Control or Command to temporarily enable snapping, and you'll see that it snaps right to the center of that circle.
Wow,
all right, so that's the first step. I'm gonna do the same thing for the rest of the arm. So I'll grab the forearm layer, click and drag this while holding Control or Command. And I wanna point out that sometimes snapping, for whatever reason, just doesn't wanna go where you want it to. So if I zoom in all the way and try again, it might land in the middle, there we go, but that was a struggle. I'm not sure why this is, but every now and then you'll run into that issue and not get it to successfully snap. So what you can do to get around that is just try to eyeball it. And actually this circle right here is a great example. Whatever I do, I cannot get it to snap in the center of that layer. So I could either let go of controller command so that snapping isn't a factor and guess where it is, or I could grab that guides layer and search for scale, and every single one of these circles is in a shape group that has transform controls. So I could change the scale of all of these groups if I select all of them, not the transform scale for the layer, but all of the groups, and just change this down to say 20. And now they're gonna be much tinier dots, and I don't have to worry so much about getting it in the center of these circles now, as I do just getting my anchor point over that dot. So that's one workaround. Now that I have my anchor points lined up, I can create bones for that limb, and I can do it in a really intelligent way. I'm gonna start with the part of...
Okay. That's something I'm gonna come back to. That is actually huge. Like this channel, Jake in Motion, like that's pretty legendary, quite frankly. Just the level of detail that he's putting in it. I'm gonna have to watch this a few times and rig up a couple characters just to give it a shot, and just to learn this tool, because this is a very powerful tool, and it's free. Like, frick yeah. I mean, donate to it if you are listening. Anyways. Maybe this would be better served as kind of, almost kind of like how it is here. Like where they go backwards like that, you know? For that to occur, you have to have some more in front than others, which is also fine. He's got a bit of a horse's mouth, and that's totally cool. Yeah, and then if I fill this with a light tooth color, yeah, he's got to have some buck teeth. I don't know. That just seems normal. Just seems reasonable. Maybe one of them is a little bit more crooked, kind of gimpy. We can bring this forward. Be over top. Mm-hmm. Muy gracioso. Gracias. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, like these, you kind of don't really see the bottom, but you do. And I think I want to model that a little bit. Let's see. All these should also be filled. If we can just grip this. Right? Like, that can work. I think what we're gonna do is control. No, we're just gonna draw another line here. And so this line for the stroke will actually be, man, I wish you could just pick colors from that. It's so, anyways. So let's just try with other colors for now. And bring that one right up to there. With that behind. Yeah, that should go behind the lips. Hold on a second. Should go behind the lips, and these should go behind that. And now, I think if I took... Yeah, I think if this guy was actually, like, take this color, add that as a face color, and this, whoops, take this color, add that as a shades color, take this color, add that as a lip color. That is a stroke, but if I took that and change this. Okay. This is starting to get closer to what we want to see. Group the teeth. In this, we want to expand and add a stroke. Something like that. And then just move that behind the teeth. That might look too much like a butt, I don't know. What if we took like the original tongue color? Let's take the original tongue color and make a swatch out of it. Okay, wait, what did I do here? Oh, this just needs to not have a stroke. So let's just say this definitely looks a lot more hideous. When it's not just Amigo, we'll see you tomorrow. Be back at it here. Probably working on his mouth yet again, but yeah, I'm probably going to sign off right away here too. But it's been good, as always. Getting her done, getting things done. Yeah, you know what? I'll sign off right now as well. good to come out, make my presence, and just gonna work away in the dark here and see how many of these mouths I can get done. So we got the teeth done now, so should be pretty quick. Should be done, Leslie, by the end of the week. And we can work on Trash Oracle. Yeah! She's gonna be really fun because she's gonna be a complete redesign. Anyways, that's it for now. As always, it's been a great time.
Like and subscribe.
Have a good evening.